Hi, everybody. Bill Ebert here. I want to talk to you about one of my favorite subjects. You ever notice that you seem to have a strange influence on some people and a negative influence on others? You're the same person in every arena, but in some cases you're almost despised or disregarded. And in other places you're almost famous. I mean, almost everything you say, they hang on every word. And it doesn't even matter if it's true or not. They just listen to you as if you're a messiah. You know, that whole Messiah complex. And so I've been studying that for quite a few years. You know, for 30 years now, I've been studying Nietzsche and Einstein and all the people who were at a certain point of their life, they weren't heard at all. And that at a certain point, there was a tipping. The culture or the people were at the right place and hearing the right thing. Adolf Hitler was one of the perfect examples. I mean, the guy was a nobody, and he went to world fame. And everybody listened to him to such a degree that his doctrines, even though they were full of death and disparity and killing people and murder of an entire numerous races, that they just followed him with blind abandon. And the cults are like that. And so what is it about human engagement that causes you to be heard? Because I'm not trying to promote anybody to be the next Messiah or to be the next Hitler. But there is something magical about human engagement that causes you to change the role and the relationship with people so that you can be heard. One of the reasons that I started talking about this, there's a very, very famous person. She's been continuing to grow her fame and her notoriety for years and years on American television. And just recently, I think yesterday or day before, she put out a video. And I listened to it 2 or 3 times. And it was psychobabble silliness. I mean, it was, if you were in kindergarten spirituality, it was that level of ignorance and spiritual hype and sensationalism. It was one of the things that I despise the most in the spiritual arenas, when someone becomes hyper spiritual in the way that they tone things or the way they say things, and they're basically saying either nothing or almost nothing. It's so simple, but if you say it with a turban on your head and you have a nice little crowd around you and everybody's saying, ooh, ah, when you say it, suddenly this statement of make up just about anything. Say, the purpose of inner peace is to find the greatness of love. Well, it doesn't mean anything. And yet you got gurus out there that are saying stuff like that, and people just hang on every word and they repost the stuff, and it's just ridiculous. And it's based on the concept of fame. That if you were to say the very same thing without the tone and the turban, then people would mock you. They would make fun of you. They wouldn't repost your stuff. But because so-and-so has this platform and has developed a place of fame, they can sit, and she rambled for like 15 minutes and never said a thing. And so many people posted it and liked it and shared it. Oh, this is so amazing. It's just so wonderful. She didn't say a thing. I listened to it 2 or 3 times. There was probably one statement in the whole 15 minutes that was even partially rational. The rest of it was just rambling psychobabble. And it's just one of my passions to help people to become a person of influence. But when you find that influence, don't manipulate people. Don't lie to people once you get there. Use that opportunity to help them, to build them, to transform them, and base everything you say on true. So one of the things that we're going to be doing this weekend, I'm going to be talking a lot about influence, on human engagement and influencing other people. For those of you who are hooked up with me on my blog, BillEbert.com, I'll make sure you get some of those recordings. But there is a way to transform that conversation, to be able to take the people who barely hear you at all and move them along a path where you start learning the techniques of fame, learning the techniques of influence. It's not hard to do. Actually, if you go to BillEbert.com, you'll find one of the videos in one of the trainings, the 7 ways to engage, the 7 ways to affect relationships. And that's going to be partially what I'm going to be talking about this weekend. So hope this thing wasn't too offensive to you. Hope you weren't one of those people that clicked that like button on that goofy lady. But have a great weekend. See you soon.